Hello, everyone. Making sure my mic is working here. Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2. We'll get going here in a minute. I wanted to jump on here right before the newscast to talk about the storm, but I got to know that my mic is working. Hopefully the mic is working. If anyone can comment, let me see here. Check. Anyone? I want to make sure my mic is working. Can everyone hear me okay? I can hear you. Okay, good. Thank you. Usually there's like a little green thing that shows you that there's something on the mic that's actually going through. So, well, good evening. Just wanted to hurry and jump on and just talk about this next storm. We're starting to see, at least here across northern Utah, some showers, nothing too heavy right now. But I just wanted to talk about this storm because it's going to have some impacts on our weather, on our travels here over the next couple of days. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of chime in, answer any questions that you might have. If you have specific requests as far as forecasts for your area, we want to make sure we're accommodating. So go ahead and ask any questions there on the comment section. We'll get to it. But let me just show you what we're looking at right now. Radar-wise. So as I said, northern Utah, we've got this storm coming through. There's a warm front, the flow out of the southwest. So that's bringing more warm and moist air across portions of northern Utah. So when you're looking at radar, you're seeing that green. That's rain showers, which we're seeing across a few valley locations, a little bit more heavier with that darker tone in that green, as you're seeing those darker greens in Tooele County. But even in Utah County, we're seeing a little bit more heavier precipitation. Again, it's more of a light to a moderate rainfall. Provo tracking over towards Saratoga Springs, and it's moving and sweeping in here across the Salt Lake Valley, particularly the north end of Salt Lake County, heading over towards the airport, also on the east bench there. So making your way into Holiday, Mill Creek, Sugar House as well, and then tracking over up into Parley's Canyon. Now you're seeing that transition where you're getting to the peaks. That's a mixture of rain and snow, and then snow heading up in the mountains. We are seeing some light snow showers through the Cottonwood Canyons, through Parley's Canyon. And that's definitely the thing that we're focusing in on now. Moving further northward, not much going on. Cloudy conditions all across the state, but this is all associated with a bigger storm that's making its move, pushing onshore through California. As you can see, that low pressure system, that spinning coming through, producing a little bit more heavier precipitation, as you can see, all through California, down through Southern California, through the Sierra Nevadas. And this is what's going to be tracking our way. So this is a good storm. We definitely need to talk about the snowpack, where it's just looking at this as I'm showing you the beginning of the month, where we were at 56% below, or 56% of average. Now we're at 50% as of yesterday. So we desperately need the snow. So with the storm system, it is going to produce snow just for the mountains. So this is definitely looking at snow levels dipping down to about 6,500, even down to 6,000 feet. So we're keeping it away from most benches and definitely from the valleys. There could be a moment heading into Thursday morning, we could see some maybe snow along some of the benches, not expecting much of accumulation, but the accumulating snow will be across the mountains, Wasatch Mountains, Western Uinta Mountains, Bear River Range, and then turning towards the Tushars and heading further south in the southern mountains, as this winter weather advisory will be in effect until Thursday morning for many locations. So how much are we talking about? Northern mountains, the range is 6 to 12 inches. Cottonwood Canyons could squeeze out a little bit more. Further south, as we turn towards the Wasatch Plateau, 5 to 10 inches. Most southern mountains, not a big amount, 2 to 5 inches, but we are expecting to see Bryan Head hopefully getting a little bit more. So this is a good storm for the ski resorts, as we have been just not getting anything. I guess we got a little bit yesterday, but not near where we should be, of course, and definitely we are falling behind, and we don't have a good snowpack, and definitely base amounts of the ski resorts are lacking in that department here. Now, I just want to show you a comparison This is looking at where we're at right now. So I want you to pay attention to this graph. The very bottom, you're seeing that black line. That's tracking, looking at our snowpack specifically. We say SWE, snow water equivalent. That means if we take the current snow, melt it out, how much water are we getting? Well, that value right now showing that line, it's been flat since about January 9th almost, as you can see, because we haven't been getting any snow. So we've fallen behind. We're at to this point below that minimum line of red. So that means we're in record territory up to this point as far as the snowpack that we do have in place. And this is looking all across the state. The green, and that green line is where we should be on average. Now you're looking at the blue, the all-time record as we look back just a few years ago, looking back at that season 20, no, was I going to say 22, 23. Again, looking at the record conditions there. So we need some help desperately. Now look at the snow water equivalent. This is looking across the state. We would generate 5 inches of water right now as you look at that line. We're on average, well, at least as we look where we should be by the end of our snowpack building or snow building season, which is, pushing it close to the middle and end of April, it's closer to 15 inches. So we're just almost 10 inches below. So it's hard to make this comparison completely, but just to kind of give you a reference point, that's 10 inches to make up. So typically, if we look at a ratio that 10 inches of snow would produce 1 inch of water. So then if we are only at 5 inches of water and need to get closer to 15, that's 10 inches of water we need. So then we multiply that by 10, we would need 100 inches or so. Now that's looking across the state. Of course, across the Wasatch Mountains, we get a lot more snow typically. Snowbird Alta is close to 500 inches on an average snow year. But again, this is looking at on average across the state. So we need some help. So this storm system is going to move through as we're going to see the impact. Let me just kind of show you here the models, what we're indicating here. As this wave coming through in the overnight hours. Now it hits southern Utah and it moves north. So waking up tomorrow morning, you're seeing that green. It's rain in the valleys, snow in the mountains. Yes, that flow out of the southwest keeps temperatures warm enough that will keep the snow, or excuse me, the snow up in the mountains, and we'll be looking at valley rain. So that means we're waking up to some damp conditions on your roads for your morning commute. Then it starts moving away. We'll keep the snow going. You've seen that blue across the mountains and then turning towards eastern Utah. Now here's the second wave coming through. That low pressure system, as it moves closer, really brings more moisture, more instability. So we really start generating on a time frame late evening commute. So 5:30, 6:30, you're seeing that push coming in, and you're seeing, whoa, those yellows and reds and orange. That indicates heavy rainfall and a possibility of some thunderstorm activity with this system. So, we've been having this unseasonably warm weather. It almost feels more spring-like. This is like a spring storm in that we've got this thunderstorm possibility, but we'll keep snow in the mountains. But it's going to be a wet evening tomorrow and heavy rain. So we might even have some, kind of small urban flooding that we'll be keeping an eye on. But overnight, we'll keep the showers going. Heading into Thursday morning, definitely looking at some wet roads, slushy conditions, and snow levels drop. But again, for most valley locations, we're keeping it away. Thursday afternoon, maybe just a few isolated showers, maybe even could see an isolated thunderstorm as you look towards the southern end of the Wasatch Front through central Utah. And then that kind of kicks in again where we have one final push before the storm starts moving away. So a good storm, if we could get a foot or more from the storm, that's on a typical year, we'd be like, This year, we're like, yeah, bring it on. Thank goodness. But, we desperately need storms that could produce maybe 2 to 3 feet of snow. And we know we can get those storms. But we do have another storm on Monday coming through. It's kind of similar fashion. It was looking more impressive. So we're keeping an eye out. Hopefully, it's a little bit more of a snow generator, but a little too early to tell on that. But that's a quick look at your forecast. I'm going to get ready for the newscast. I didn't get any more comments coming in, so hopefully everyone can hear me. I think it's Araya. Hope I'm saying that right. Araya Christensen. Nice name, if I'm saying that right. Anyhow, thank you for tuning in. we'll be, or hopefully you'll catch us here on the 9 o'clock newscast on Fox 13. You can stream that online at fox13now.com, and we'll continue to give you updates on our stream, live stream. Maddie will do this tomorrow morning, and then we'll have an update tomorrow afternoon through the evening as well. But appreciate your support and viewership, and I hope you have a good evening and be safe on the roads, especially for tomorrow morning. We could definitely have some wet conditions here along the Wasatch Front. Have a good night.